Today, we want to present about our problem-based task for routing essential. I am Sulaiman Masaris and my group member was Nur AQQILLAH binti Muhammad Azmi and Nur HANINAH binti Muhammad Hamizi. For introduction, as a network administrator, we need to build topology for education college in a packet tracer, using 3 Cisco 2960 switch for each floor and 2 Cisco 1941 series router. This college is a 3-level building. Besides that, we need to apply the standby router among the distribution router using the HSRP protocol. Floor 1 is assigned for distribution 1, floor 2 is for distribution 2, and floor 3 is for ICT department. Users in floor 1 and floor 2 must get dynamic IP address from ICT router. All departments must be able to communicate with each other and web server, but at the same time they have their own separate working network except floor 1 and floor 2 users. For physical topology, the physical topology refers to how wire and the cable are connected. What we can see is the wire device are connected to other device in the same way as the wire in the east switch. For logical topology, our team divides the end device into a multi-subnets, such as the distribution 1 on the first floor, the distribution 2 on the second floor, and the ICT department on the third floor, and then install 3 2960 switches.
Configuration. 3.1 Configuration for static address. For ICT router, we're going to configure no IP domain lookup, interface 000 with IP address 10.20.20.1 255.255.255.0. For distribution 1 router, we're going to configure no IP domain lookup, interface 000 with IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0 and interface 001 with IP address 10.30.30.2 255.255.255.0. For distribution 2 router, we're going to configure no IP domain lookup and interface 000 with IP address 10.40.40.2 255.255.255.0 and for interface 001 with IP address 192.168.2.1 255.255.255.0. 3.2 Static router. For connection from ICT router to ISP, we're going to configure IP route 10.100.100.0 255.255.255.252 S001. For related remote network from ICT router, we're going to configure IP route 10.30.30.0 255.255.255.0 G00, and then IP route 10.40.40.0 255.255.255.0 G01, and then IP route 192.168.2.0 255.255.255.0 G01, and last one is IP route 192.168.1.0 255.255.255.0 G00. For related network from distribution routers, for distribution 1, we're going to configure IP route 192.168.2.0 255.255.255.255.0G01. Then IP route 10.30.30.0.255.255.255.0G00. And last one is IP route 10.20.20.0.255.255.255.0G00. For distribution 2, going to configure IP route 10.20.20.0.255.255.255.0G00. And then is IP route 10.40.40.0.255.255.255.0G01. And the last one is IP route 192.168.1.0.255.255.255.0G00. 3.3 is configuration for HSRP. In distribution 1, we're going to configure the interface G01, the IP address 10.30.30.2.255.255.0, no shutdown, and configure the standby 1 IP 192.168.2.0. We also configure the priority for interface G01, which is 150. Distribution 2, we're going to configure the interface G00 with IP address 10.40.40.2.255.255.0, no shutdown, and standby 1 IP 192.168.2.0. 3.4 is configuration for DHCP Server. We are going to configure an ICT router, which is IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.10, and IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.2.1, 192.168.2.10, and then IP DHCP port PBU network 192.168.1.0.255.255.0. Default router 192.168.1.1. DNS server 10.10.10. And another one is IP DHCP pool PBU LAN network 192.168.2.0 255.255.255.0. Default router 192.168.2.1. DNS server 10.10.10.10. 3.5 is configuration for DHCP relay. In distribution 1, we're going to configure interface G01, IP hyper address 10.10.10.1. And for distribution 2, we configure interface G00, IP hyper address 10.20.20.1. 4.0 is addressing scheme table. In this table, it shows the interface, IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway for ICT, ISP, server PT DNS, server PT web server, distribution 1 and 2, flow 1, 2, and 3.
Verification. Picture number 1, we ping from ICT to ISP. Picture number 2, we ping from distribution 2 to interface G00. For picture number 3, we ping from distribution 1 to interface G00. Conclusion. From this task, we have learned how to build the topology and IP address table. Other than that, we also gain knowledge on how to configure static root, HSRP, DHCP server, and DHCP relay. In addition, we create a good teamwork to settle this task together.